Hello YouTube, shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another awesome video. It is Thursday, 7:30 p.m. here in Texas, and you know what time it is? It's time for another episode of shintigercurl reacts to the latest chapter of One Piece. Now, if you're wondering why I have a blanket over my shoulder and why I sound all kinds of whacked out, because I'm sick, or trying to get sick anyway, but I still have a job to do for you fans, just to see how I react to this new chapter of One Piece and how shit's gonna go down. So anyway, let's get to the chapter. It's a long time coming. I was actually scared that we weren't gonna have a chapter this week because chapters came out so late, so I just hope there's nothing wrong with it. But anyway, as a recap, last time on One Piece, after a week, something of a week hiatus, Luffy and the rest and his half of the Straw Hat Pirates reunite with Nami and Chopper at the fort at the Kingdom of Zoo. But unfortunately, something has gone amiss when he asks about Sanji. What happened to the Curly Q cook? And is he really dead? But anyway, first off, let me save the image of the cover art, which is it is Zoro's old teacher at his old class full of students trying to learn three-sword style just like Zoro, and they have masking tape over one eye to simulate him having one eye. Anyway, we move on to One Piece, chapter 807, 10 days ago. So, we cut to a splash page on Zoe's left foot, and we're at the and this caption is "What awaits the crew now that they have finally reunited." So anyway, let's see. I think we're done for the day. We could just continue tomorrow. All right, and let's see. What is this? That their right belly fortress. Try some of our Zoro's getting pissed drunk, and of course all the animals are really getting touchy-feely with him, which he doesn't like. And he's also actually sporting his old attire of a white T-shirt with his stomach sash around him. That's nice. So anyway, it's a nice little party because Straw Hats party hard. Let's see, Luffy, of course, is eating his fill. He's like, don't be mad, you're being rude to people that are taking such good care of us. And some of them just want to bite and lick on them for some reason. And Wanda is, of course, enjoying overlooking their cultural differences. Apparently, minks like to chew on visitors or chew on others because, well, that's what they do. And if you can, and wait a minute, let me bring it up to you. You can see one of the koalas is gnawing on Luffy's head. Not that it matters anyway. So anyway, let's see. See, carrots like hippo, lizard, alligator, and maybe some frog. We don't eat anything with fur on it. And look, it's Brook! And he's got a new attire. Let's look at this shit. That is some pimped out wear. Look at that. Look at that. It's nice fur all over him. And of course he's crying even though he doesn't have any eyeballs. And he's like, So of course he's like, I read the news. I'm so glad you're all okay. Brook, you look terrible. I couldn't. So something happened to Sanji, but we don't know what. So anyway, Usopp's asking where Momo is, and it appears he's having some trouble with the minks. And he says that he whispers to Luffy that he's in his room, but he refuses to come out, but he thinks it's for the best. And so he's asked, and of course he meets up with the others. Luffy and the Straw Hats have a little powwow session. And first Luffy inquires where Kunemon is, and he's wondering where. Well, no, I think that was Brook. I'm sorry, my eyes are blurring a little bit. Brook asks where Kudamon is, and he says that, and Luffy just says they'll be there too. And he's like, okay, Brook is like says, listen very closely. Try your best not to mention the word samurai or Wano country or Wano kingdom here. You might get hurt or incur the wrath of people here. And he's like, let's see, why would the samurai incur wrath? And someone mentions, found you barren corpse. And Zoro has a flashback of Wanda saying, head to the right of the belly forest. The body of your comrade will be found there. Yeah. So apparently they all nicknamed. So when she meant the body of a corpse of your comrade, they meant Brook. And apparently apparently the people there gave him the nickname Barren Corpse as a sign of affection, and it's very confusing. And she's like, they were shocked at first to think there would be so many different types of people in the world, and we canine minks just adore Bones, and she has this really lustrous face on her, and the other canine minks are gnawing on Brook. So they're dogs, and apparently they like Bones. And well, when you're an Afro skeleton swordsman, hey. Anyway, Chopper asks where Trafalgar is, and Luffy says he's in the Bear's Forest. And Nami says, what are they going to do about Sanji? And he's like, he left a note, didn't he? He'll work something out. And Luffy's like, it's not as if he was captured or anything. And of course, Nami's like, you guys are taking it way too lightly. And Chopper again apologizes. There wasn't much they could do. And Frankie, chewing on a banana, asks what. They were all confused, and they barely have a grasp on the situation. All right. Last time they talked, they just evaded Big Mom's ship, and now we found out that Zo is literally a broken up city on an elephant's back full of talking animals. We came thinking that the minks would be against us, but look how welcoming they are, saying stuff like we're the comrades of their benefactor and stuff. And Robin asked him what happened from the beginning, what happened in the spans of these 11 days. So, okay. We get a flashback. Sanji, Namor, Chopin, Brook, Momo, and they were saying that those guys head to Zo. We ran into Big Mom's ship back in the sea near Dressrosa. And they run into Big Mom's ship, which is a gigantic singing ship. Yes, it's actually singing. And of course well, this is interesting. Of course, we meet up with the two members of the Big Mom's crew back from Fishman Island. They were there, and Capone Beige, one of the worst generation, one of the 11 supernovas. He appears to have joined forces with Big Mom. So the Fire Tank Pirates are now joined forces with one of the Emperors. So their target is Caesar, and Caesar wasn't too thrilled with the idea of being captured by Big Mom. So they tried to outrun them, but they can't. So Brook suggests using the coup de burst to get out of there. But they don't know exactly how it works because Frankie and Usopp usually do it. Chopper says he knows how to fire the Gao cannon, but that wouldn't be very much use since they're right behind them, I guess, and the Gao cannon is in front of them. So, yeah. Okay, they fire some cannonballs at the ship, and Brook uses his Soul Solid to freeze them. Chopper transforms into Monster Point and gathers all the frozen cannonballs and throws it back at him. Sanji then uses his Daibele Jambak to reignite the cannonballs and hit the singing ship back at him. Okay, Nami uses her weather eggs to create rain, so they can produce some fog just to and block their escape. All right, and of course everybody's all oohing and ahhing at their abilities. I mean, She got away from an emperor, from the crewmates of an emperor. That's not bad. Of course, Chopper's like, I'm not shy, you jerk. And Nami's like, it wasn't anything that great. Yeah, you know. So, when did they reach Zoo? Asked Robin. Nami says they reached it the very next day because it seemed like they were pretty close by, even though it was 10 days ago. But from what Robin saw of the destruction of the town, it looked 2 weeks old. Wanda says the country was already in ruin 10 days ago, but we still would consider Nami's arrival along with her friends a miracle if it weren't for her courage and Chopper's medicine. We would have lost everyone to the Momoko dukedom. And Frankie speaks up. If your injuries are pretty recent, but it's fine if you don't want to talk about it. And Wanda's like, we'll tell you everything. He'll tell you every guy's everything. And another one just pops up. He says the prince has finally awakened, and everybody's cheering, and everybody thought it was an end for him. So Chopper and two other mink tribesmen, Miyagi and Tristan, who is a goat and a squirrel mink tribesman, who seem to be doctors, and they go off the prince, treat the prince. The informer says that Prince Inu Arashi wishes to meet his benefactors, and she starts crying. And she asks the Straw Hats if they want to meet the prince along with her. Of course, Luffy asks who this Inu Arashi dude is. She says he is the prince of the Mokomo Kingdom dukedom. In short, our king. He's been a coma ever since the city was crumbled. It said they have two kings in this kingdom: the kingdom of the king of dawn, Prince Inu Arashi, and the king of dusk, Master Neku Mamushi, in the Whale's Forest. And we cut back to Law, and he's reunited with the rest of his crew. And they're all like, "You defeated Doflamingo," but he's like, "No, that was Straw Hat." So they have lots to talk about, that they want to move deeper into the forest. Let's see. They're moving, and meanwhile we cut back to Luffy, and they're still talking. We started about a half a month ago, 17 days to be exact. We've already had this bell that we'd ring when a guest arrives in Mokomo. If it hadn't rung in a month or so after Beppo and his crew came, so one fine day, but we were mistaken. It wasn't a welcome bell, but the raid bell that was ringing. The enemy tore through the forest and flooded our peaceful city. Zunushi, the elephant, howled as the unusual rumblings continued. But how we were... Sorry, still getting blurry. But how we were to give something we didn't own to a fierce enemy who expects us to do so because they asked him. Alright, you better... And then we cut to a gigantic mammoth. And he says, "You better give him up immediately. We know you're harboring Raizo, a warrior from the Wano Kingdom here." Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. So that would explain why they're not big fans of anyone from the Wano Kingdom. I mean, their country got wrecked up because they thought there was someone from the Wano Kingdom was hiding there. But anyway, that was the newest chapter of One Piece. What have we learned? We still don't know what happened to Sanji. Something that he's not there, he's not dead or anything, or captured. He's just not there. So, but we still don't know what happened. We learned that none of the crew members died, and just the corpse they were talking about was Brook. We learned that that Capone Gang Rage, one of the 11 supernovas and a member of the worst generation, is now an ally of Big Mom, and that there are two kings in this kingdom: a kingdom for the day, and a king for the dusk, and that for some reason the entire country got wrecked up because of the Wano Kingdom. Interesting, very interesting. So that's my video. If you like what you see, link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about One Piece, I'll get to you if I'm feeling much better. I don't know. Throat's kind of a wreck. Supporting the channel is nice. You know what to do. The tip jar is up there, or up there. I'm all confused. I'm really drowsy. I'll leave my Twitter and my Patreon in the link below, or the description below, so you know what to do. So until next time, it's been shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying goodnight, and I'm gonna go lay down.